And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Bernie Furchpan.
Keep going. Damn. There you go. Mr. Jeff Kubera, hey, on the piano. He's going to be our musical. Good evening, everybody. Music director, Mr. Jeff Kubera. Good evening, everybody. Welcome, thank you. And welcome to the Metropolitan Room, the world capital of cabaret. Here, here. Thank you. I'm reading my script. It says, wait for applause. We have a motto here, and that is, mi casa et su casa. But if you slip and fall, please don't sue our casa. Okay? It is my distinct privilege and honor to be presenting this glorious evening here tonight, honoring a very special individual who has helped shape our lives. He has had quite an impact on my life and everybody's life. That's why you're here. And it is an incredible experience to know him in more ways than one, not just on television, but personally. He's a special individual, and I'm going to bring up to the stage the producer and the host for tonight's event. So please help me welcome Mr. Matt Beckhoff and Elizabeth Shepard. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Hello, hello. So we're here tonight to honor the legendary Larry Storch. Where is he? Right over there. Big round of applause. My guy. We got a letter from somebody who couldn't be here tonight. I'm going to read it to everybody. And thank our friend Ron over there for getting the letter for us. It's from a guy named Don Rickles. You know, Don Rickles. He thought it was Larry's birthday, but anyway. Dear Larry, 93 years old, happy birthday. You have beat me by 3 years. We go back a long time, and I have to be honest, working with you on F Troop slowed up my career. That was a joke, laugh. Anyway, all right. Keep going, Larry. I wish you only good things for the years ahead. Love you, Don Rickles. And so our great hostess for the evening tonight is a good friend of Larry. She hasn't worked with Larry, but she's just a wonderfully talented person, and Larry loves her. We all love her. And her name is Miss Elizabeth Shepard.
Hello, everybody. No, I have not had the pleasure of actually working with Larry, but I became friends with him when sitting beside him at various horror film conventions, when it was such a joy to see how the fans adore you, Larry. As indeed as everybody in this room adore you. And I adore you too. I would like to share with everybody another letter that was sent to Larry this week from the president of SAG-AFTRA. And she says, Dear Larry, you have had the type of career that gets film and television historians up in the morning. We all remember the laughs that you gave us as Corporal Randolph Agarn, who went from appearing on TV in black and white to color over 2 seasons on ABC's satirical western, F Troop. Yes. But that was just the opening scene of what has become an epic tale. It seems fitting that the Metropolitan Room in New York would want to honor you with their inaugural Metropolitan Room Legends Award. On behalf of the 160,000 members of SAG-AFTRA, we congratulate you on this great honor and this high honor and a great career. Your contributions to the art of comedy will keep us laughing for years to come. Sincerely, Gabrielle Charteris.
And let's start the festivities with the hilarious. You've seen him on SNL. He's a headlining comic. Bob Greenberg, everybody.
Hello! Hello, Larry! It is Balloon! God bless Larry. And we have Chumley in the audience. Chumley. Stand up, Chumley. Is he standing? We got Mason Reese. I won't do the same joke. Mason Reese. We got a lot of celebrities. And I don't know, do people know that Larry was the first impressionist? If you asked Will Jordan, who was the guy in your time, he would say Larry Storch. He's, you know, when people do, I won't do Larry's impressions, but when people do Cary Grant and do the Judy, 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 that's not Cary Grant, it's Larry Storch. Now, Larry, I won't do, as a tribute, I will not do any of your impressions. But I will do the fat guys, if I may, okay? So let's start off with Alfred Hitchcock. Good evening. Thank you. I don't want to step on Larry's bravo. I got a bravo from Larry. Thank you. Larry, I can do a Jewish Alfred Hitchcock. Shabbat shalom. Oi, my kishkas. Zagesund. How about Curly of the Three Stooges? Any Three Stooges fans? Curly of the Three Stooges as the captain on the SS Titanic. Out of the way! Out of the way! Out of the way! Oh, look, an icicle. Hey, icicle, where's your popsicle? There's the moon. There's the stars. There's an iceberg. An iceberg? Thank you very much. And now, Lou Costello. Any Abbott and Costello fans out there? Lou Costello at the John Gotti trial. Mr. DA, are you asking me if I think John Gotti's a member of organized crime? Well, I'll tell you, confidentially, oh, there's John Gotti. There's John Gotti. There's John Gotti. John Gotti. Thank you. Laurel and Hardy fans out there? I'm going to do the thin one first. I know it's a stretch, but here is Stan Laurel as Prissy the maid in Gone with the Wind. Oh, Miss Scarlett, I don't know nothing about birthing babies. Mama says if you put a knife under the bed, it cuts the pain, but I don't know. What, Mr. Butler? You don't give a damn? Well, I'm sorry. Ah! Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, I couldn't do Stan Laurel without doing Oliver Hardy. So here is Oliver Hardy calling the sex hotline. Hello. It certainly is. Yes, I would like a spanking. Oh. 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 Well, here's another fine mess you've got me into. Well, thank you, Dominatrix. Goodbye. Thank you. For the kids. Now, Jackie Gleason. Oh, thank you. Already a fan here, Jackie Gleason. Did you sleep with him? No. He was the great one, so maybe. Anyway, Jackie Gleason gave Larry one of his first big breaks. When Jackie doing a Dumont, right? Cavalcade of Stars. Well, yeah, it was Dumont Network. Jackie took off for the summer, and he got Larry Storch to fill in. Right? And Larry and I talked about Jackie, and Jackie did everything, right? He did movies, he did Broadway, but the one regret Jackie Gleason had was he never did Shakespeare. So here is Jackie Gleason doing Shakespeare. To be or not to be? Oh, that is the question. Because you know that I know. That you know that I'm the Prince of Denmark. Oh, I'm the prince. I am the prince, and Ophelia's a mental case. No. Now is the winter of our discontent. Made glorious summer by the son of York. A horse. No, my kingdom for a horse. Or a string of Peloponnese. Polo ponies. If you tickle us, do we not laugh? Ha, ha, haughty, ha, ha. If you prick us, do we not bleed? Norton, will you prick me? Will you prick me, Norton? No. Ah! Ah! Et tu, Norton? Et tu? Iago, you are a blabbermouth. A blabbermouth. Desdemona, bang, zoom to the moon, Desdemona to the moon. Juliet, what can I say but baby, thou art the greatest. Elizabethan audiences are the greatest audience in the world. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you. And do I bring somebody up or just Elizabeth? Hold on.
Yes. Hey.
You okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Yes.
Thank you. I'm Bob Greenberg. Exit stage right.
So I have to say that sometimes I teach Shakespeare, so I think I'm going to have Bob bring Jackie Gleason to my class. So please welcome actress, singer, comedian, the hilarious, the legendary Marilyn Michaels.
I've never been on this stage before. Can you hear me? You can? Where's Larry? You're over there? Oh, you sweetie. Good. Could you play that again? Can I hear myself back a little bit? I don't hear Is Bernie Frischband here? Where? Where are you? See, I told you I'd come here tonight. Why am I here? What happened? No, it's good. Who are you? Hello, how are you? You were fit. No, don't touch me! Is that your wife? Are you single? What, are you available? Okay. Touch me. That's good. Play something. Play that thing again. No, that's too low. Can you make it higher? Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. Make just one. I'm a hit already. Heart the heart you sing to. One smile that cheers you. One face that lights when it nears you. One guy you're everything to. Fame, if you take it, comes and goes in a minute. Will you stop doing that? People do that all the time. They don't have sex anymore. They just do that. Where's the real stuff in life to cling to? You want me, I know it, I feel it. Love is the answer. Someone to love is the answer. Once you found him, build your world around him. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. And you will be happy too. And you've made so many people happy, and that's why I'm here. You can applaud now. Yeah, and when you have really talented people who are so great, it's, to quote Arthur Miller, attention must be paid. And that's how I feel about it. Hello. With a career that spans over 70 years, you're working that hard, that long, it would be difficult to show clips of everything Larry has worked on. To date, he has over 100 film and TV credits under his belt. I never found out what else you have under your belt, but we're not going to talk about that. Hello? This is a short film highlighting some of his wonderful achievements. Thank you, Larry.
Don't I know you from someplace? I don't know. You tell me.
Glenn Purcell, KSL TV.
All right, you two fig Newtons. Did you instruct this man to order me out of the shower?
Oh, come on, Blondie. Have a heart. I've been at this for 3 hours. I'm pooped.
Oh, sir. Sir, you dropped your bomb. All right, now. Come on, now, everybody. Stand back and give a man some fighting room.
Welcome to the temple of meditation and inner peace.
Don't let him take me. He treated me like a monkey.
I ain't selling magazines. The lid is on the pot, but you can sure smell something cooking.
$100? I can get back in the game. Now that makes sense.
To our wives and sweethearts, may they never meet.
You know how I feel about you. I'm wild about you.
Oh, boy. And now, that comedy corporal, who's really an entertainer of major stature, Larry Storch.
Swing out, Duke. Come on now, smile. Smile!
Why
wise man say, when shadow of wet bird fall on log, time out for beaver.
Now that makes sense. Do you realize that my taxes pay your salary? How dare Glenn Purcell, KSL-TV. Now, I know how busy you must be, but we're going on a special nationwide network hookup.
Tonight, all of television land's teenagers are going to be on my wavelength.
I do not have a temper! No one can say that I have a temper! It is not true! No, it's not.
The Atlantic Bar and Grill, they give you a shot like that for a dime. Boom, boom, boom. All glass. Not even enough to wet your tongue.
Oh, vampires and bats.
Thanks, Trace.
Hey, what do you know about that? A baseball bat.
When your friends come back, how about taking me with you?
Say, that's an idea. I've got enough loot now to cover you in minks, sables. You'd like that, huh?
I'm a woman.
Yeah, I noticed.
I was just wondering, can't you think of anything nice?
I sure can. Dinner with you tonight. Soft lights. A Lenny Bruce record.
How romantic.
Believe me, there is no such thing as a new pitch.
Lady, the cops are looking for me, and I'm staying here until the heat is off.
That's a new pitch.
See you later, Carl, and take my advice. Get yourself a haircut, a new suit of clothes, and move up to TV news. It's the only way to fly. Ciao, Carl.
But I offer you my friendship. And if you don't accept my friendship, I'll burn down your barge.
Everything about baseball. I even like the umpires, those fellas in blue. Brave, strong, loyal, fearless. Hey, why ain't they in the Army?
Snow time ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on harvest moon for me and my gal.
How do you stay so young? It's like I told you before, Arch. The secret is up here. You want to stay young? You think young.
Oh, hi. How's tricks?
I will show you.
I read a book the other day, as a matter of fact this afternoon, on Indian yoga. And I think I got the hang of it. And I'm going to demonstrate it for you here today. And we're going to start out with a simple posture. This is called the lotus posture, and it works like this. As I say, I'm not an expert on it, but we'll give it a go. Now, the way I remember it, this leg, you start out, this leg, you tuck it in up in here, see? Like that. Now, this leg, this is the tricky part, this leg gets in over on top. And you don't want to, strip your gears, so you do it nice. And there it is. Now, this is great for you. This is great for relaxation, see? Every muscle in my body is relaxed. Now, the way you get out of this, you throw yourself in reverse, see? Just like you come. Isn't that embarrassing? Wait till I get you in the dressing room. Sarge! Captain! Get me out of here. We need bullets. What's the matter? I need a little help. All right, get me out of here. Oh, come on.
And now we have the pleasure of three-time Emmy winner Dave Koenig.
I really have had the honor of being on the same bill
a couple of times, 2, 3, 4 times at various different charity benefits with Larry Storch, which for a comic is really a great honor because it's to work with a guy who is truly a master of the craft, and not only one of the goddamn funniest guys I've ever seen, but also a real lovely gentleman. It's truly an honor. So thank you, Larry. And Larry, I know for you, after 8 decades of just tremendous success in the fields of television and film and Broadway, for you to have the chance to perform at the Metropolitan Room on a Sunday night, it must be just fantastic for you, and I'm glad to be part of it. And as big an honor as this is for you, and I don't want to take anything away from that, but there are others who also deserve a great night to be honored here at the Metropolitan Room. Great Americans, leaders in their field who never got a night here at the Metropolitan Room. I happen to have a list of just some of the great Americans who should have a night here at the Metropolitan Room. We should honor the great Judge Clarence T. Haversham, who today sits on the 6th Court in the state of Alabama and is responsible for the historic gay marriage ruling that from now on in the state of Alabama, gays can get married as long as they are also first cousins. Judge Haversham should have a night here at the Metropolitan Room. We should honor the great spiritual leader, L. Ron Mendelbaum, who helped millions of people suffering from obsessive-compulsive disorder when he founded the self-help program Obsessive Compulsives Anonymous, which is kind of like a 12-step program, except it has 311 steps. They're not all different. It's just the same step repeated over and over again. Deservedly, he has not gotten a night here at the Metropolitan Room. We should honor the great Zen philosopher, Mao Chow-mein, who once posed the great question, do strippers have a recurring dream where they suddenly find themselves at work with all their clothes on and no one is staring at them? How much did you pay to get in? We should honor my father, a great war hero, my father, Armin Koenig, who fought in the Korean War. Not the big famous Korean War. Actually, he fought in a Korean deli. They overcharged him for a bag of fruit, and he put up a big stink. There's only about 3 or 4 more. Don't worry about it. We're almost out of here. We should honor my grandfather, the great Army Sergeant Melvin Koenig, who led his troops onto the beaches of Normandy on D-Day. And when his troops left the landing craft and stormed the beach, my grandfather stood on the landing craft and shouted, "Don't forget sunblock." Because when you go to the beach, you should take sunblock. It's the gist of that joke. We should honor the great entertainer Sidney Flonkin. Do you know Sidney? Larry, did you ever work with Sidney? Great entertainer. He was a plate spinner. The only Orthodox Jewish plate spinner uses 2 sets of plates. Sidney Flonkin. We should honor the great TV producer J. Arthur Lipschitz. Do you know him, J. Arthur Lipschitz? Responsible for such great TV shows as Law and Order Parking Violations Bureau, CSI Poughkeepsie, and Survivor East Hampton. 6 Jews on the beach, no sunblock. Check your local listings for that. We got one more. I hold in my hand the last of the great men we should honor. Gee, I thought this would go much better than it's actually going. Let's see how this one goes. We're going to end on this one. We should honor the great philosopher and thinker, Dr. Bob B. Bendix, who asked the question, if Scientology has all the answers for life, why can't they do something for John Travolta's hair? Larry, it was great to be here, and thank you for asking me to do this. And I treasure the moments that we've shared together on stage. Not this particular moment, and not the last few moments, but other moments that we've had. And I wish you nothing but health and success for another 93 years. And you should go on working and make lots of money, because without you, your manager, Matt Beckoff, would be a greeter at Walmart. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker worked with Larry on the classic cartoon Tennessee Tuxedo. He was the voice of Chumley. Please welcome Bradley Bolke.
This is work for an old man. Many years ago, a friend of mine showed me. Can you hear me? Yeah. Many years ago, a friend of mine showed me how we can sneak into the Paramount. And for a few years, I saw every show there, including the stage shows, and that's where I first met Larry. I knew it was familiar, Larry Storch. Little did I realize that 20 years hence, we'd be working together on the cartoon show. When I told my doctor, my family doctor, that we were going to have a big soiree here, he wanted to come. I said it was my invitation only. But anyway, I got a couple of autographed pictures for him, which means I'm entitled to a free prostate exam. You know, funny, coming down in the car today, we got you talking about politics. And it reminded me of when President Bush had a colonoscopy. And they interviewed his doctor. And the doctor said it was the easiest colonoscopy I've ever had. You got to remember, he was dealing with the world's biggest asshole. I don't know. I think I've overstayed my welcome.
Our next guest worked with Larry on stage. In I Ought to Be in Pictures and Love Letters, and TV fans remember her from Dark Shadows. Please welcome Marie Wallace.
Thank you so much. Well, my dear friend Larry, we met in early 80s out in LA when we were both cast in I Ought to Be in Pictures. And the other actress, Carol Newell, who was to play his daughter, also lived in LA. Now, the funny thing is, the play was going to be done in Hampton, New Hampshire. Okay, so here it was, first part of the summer, maybe middle of the summer. No, I mean spring. And it wasn't going to be until July that we were going to do this production. And we hadn't met yet, because we all had, arranged this thing separately. And Larry's wonderful wife had a great idea. She got our numbers, Carol and mine, and called us and said, well, why don't we meet at our place and just read through the play and maybe even rehearse a little bit? So I thought about it, and I said, well, it is summer stock, and you only have a week to rehearse. Well, actually, about 6 days, from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. which really doesn't amount even to 6 hours because we have the equity obligatory lunch break, 5 minutes every hour. And so we figured we probably only have about 20 hours. It felt like 20 minutes, 20 hours of rehearsal. So I said, this is a good idea. So we all started going up to Larry and Norma's beautiful home, and we started reading the play and discussing our characters. And it was wonderful because we got to know each other, and through that we got to really understand our characters and to learn the lines, which, in a play that only has 3 characters, there are a lot of lines, right, Larry? Yes. So anyway, fast forward to July and our day 1 of rehearsal, and of course we were very well prepared, and we just breezed through it. So we had all these evenings to ourselves, and we didn't have to hole up in our motels and learn our lines. So instead, we would jump in the car, all 4 of us, and we would find these charming coastal cafes, and we would have just a wonderful time. Larry would tell us and keep us laughing with all of his wonderful stories. But the best thing, as Bob Greenberg was talking about, are the imitations he did. He would do Edward G. Robinson, Cary Grant, Claude Rains, and the funniest thing... Oh, yes, but Claude Rains was my favorite. Anyway, then the waiter would come over, and Larry would continue in one of his characters, and he would start to introduce us to the waiter, and he would say, "This is my girlfriend." No, first he'd say, "This is my daughter, this is my wife, and this is my girlfriend." Now, these waiters were sort of taken aback by this and didn't quite know what to say and would look at each of us, a little funny. And we would just break into laughter, and Larry would come up with another quip, and we would just be off. And so it was just a wonderful time. And Larry found a wonderful title for the 4 of us. He called us the Fearsome Foursome. And that name stuck for a long time, didn't it, Larry? And anyway, those 3 weeks out there up there in Hampton, New Hampshire, really cemented our friendship. And we have been friends ever since that day. And so I was very, very, very pleased and honored when they asked me to join Larry in a production of Love Letters. And we did it. It was wonderful. Yeah, I know. It was a lovely, lovely performance, and it was a special fundraising performance for the Actors Temple here in New York City. And I know that a lot of you here had seen that production. I just wish everyone had seen it, because Larry was brilliant. Really, wasn't he? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Anyway, it's been a pleasure knowing Larry, and I am so happy, Larry, to be here tonight with all your friends and family and fans, and to just share with you this honor of what you did, your contribution to this entertainment industry. Thank you so much, Larry. We love you. God bless.
Please welcome back to the stage, Bob Greenberg. Sooner or later. There he goes.
It's Mia. Oh, thank you. Let's hear it for Chumley. Chumley killed. And Chumley, you were working the mic. I thought you were going to crack the mic. I thought you were going to go nuts and do the dangling particle routine, everything. He was going nuts. You could have just did this. This is how the kids do it today. They go, look, they're so weak. They don't twist anything. They don't turn anything. They just go up and down like that. There you go. Easy, easy. Chumley was filthy, Larry. Did you know that? Was it a blue show? I watched it when I was a kid. Tennessee Tuxedo. Do you remember Tennessee Tuxedo? Oh, man. That's Chumley. For God's sake, that's Chumley. I want one more of that, or I'm getting oil here. Okay. Oh,
I'll tell you when to kiss me.
Keep it clean. Mary's here. Keep it clean. Anyway. Now, you heard 2 letters early on. 2 letters. They were supplied by a very funny fellow, an entertainer, an actor named Ron McCloskey. And Ron, would you come up and do a few minutes? Sure. Let's hear from Ron McCloskey. Ron McCloskey.
Let's get it for Bob Greenberg and all the other Jews that are in the show. There's not too many of them. Let's thank all the Jews. I'm sure this has been told many, many times before. I'll tell it again. I talked to Larry before the show. I said, how was it working on F Troop? He said, I loved it, but I worked with the biggest prick in show business. And for Forrest Tucker, that was a compliment. The biggest prick in show business. All right. I'm up here because of Larry Storch, because when I was a kid growing up, and I watched all these variety shows, I watched all these impressionists. And they used to do all these voices, and I just fell in love, and I said, I want to do this. So in 1971, when I was in high school, I created a routine where I do a famous poem, but I do it in 7 different voices. Peter Falk, Cary Grant, Ed Sullivan, John Wayne, James Cagney, Kirk Douglas, and Boris Karloff. I got a lot of balls to do Cary Grant in front of Larry, but I'm going to try anyway. So if you come out, and as I go in between impressions, I'm going to turn my back. Larry created that. That's right. Larry came up with turning the back when you do the impressions. Let's give that. That's a big thing, Larry. Turning the back when you do the impressions. So it is baseball season. I'm going to do Casey at the bat in 7 different voices. Do you want to do a little take me out to the ball game? Okay, that's enough. All right. Casey at the bat. Peter Falk. Casey at the bat by Ernest Althea. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 2-4 with but 1 inning left to play. So when Cooney died at second and Burroughs did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go, leaving there the rest, with the hope that Beatsy Turner within the human breast, for they thought, if only Casey could get a whack at that. They put up even money now with Casey at the bat. Cary Grant. But Flynn preceded Casey, and likewise so did Blake. The former was a puddin', the latter was a flake. So on that stricken multitude, a death-like silence sat. There seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all. Ah! And the much-despised Blake tore the cover off the ball, and when the dust had lifted, and they saw what had occurred, there was Blake as safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Ed Sullivan. And up from the glad multitude came up a joyous yell. It rumbled the mountaintops and rattled in the dell, struck upon the hillside and rebounded the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. Let's hear that fine, fine youngster. Yeah. John Wayne. Well, there was ease in Casey's bearing as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. Not a stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he wiped his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded as he wiped him on his shirt. And then the New York pitcher ground the ball into his hip. Defiance gleamed in Casey's eye. A sneer crooked Casey's lip. James Cagney. Black from the benches came up a muffled roar. Like the sound of storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Close by the sturdy batsman, that ball unheeded its bed. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. Black from the benches came up a muffled roar, like the sound of storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! vampire! Someone shouted from the stand. It like they had killed him had not Casey raised his hand. Kirk Douglas. Fraud. Fraud, cried the maddened thousands, and the echoed answer fraud. But one scornful look from Casey in the audience was odd. They saw his face go stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. They knew that Casey wouldn't let the ball go by again. Boris Karloff. The sneer is gone from Casey's lips. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. Somewhere men are shouting, and somewhere children shout. No, but there's no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Thank you, good night. Larry, you're the best. Love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, I forgot. That was me. Hello, everybody. Ron McClowski over there. Wow, great. All right, so this is the part of the show that, I don't know, maybe I'll regret it. I don't know. We'll see. This is the part you'll regret? No. Anyway, no. So we want to do something that we can incorporate everybody onto the show. And so we've never, huh? Yeah. So we're actually going to do a couple of musical performances, and we want all of you guys to sing along to the songs. Well, actually, the second song, not the first song. But anyway, all right, so the first song is going to be Bob Greenberg, and where's Robert Rivas? Annoying Rob. Get up over here, Rob.
Robert, this is your thing.
From the Beckoff Show.
Let's hear from Robert Rivas.
Not that anyone listens. They don't know who he is.
Robert Rivas. Everybody knows
Clap
Robert
for him
Rivas.
anyway. Clap for him anyway.
For God's sakes, you know Robert Rivas.
Am I on yet?
You're on.
Okay.
Don't fuck this up.
What's the language? Mary's here. Hold on. Well, do your intro.
That's right, Bob. You know, the reason why I'm up here...
Don't do any comedy. Do the song.
The reason why I'm up here is because I was 4 years old, or 5, when a show came on TV. I was up in Wells Beach, Maine, and I was starring Larry Storch and Forrest Tucker. No, it wasn't F Troop. It was called The Ghostbusters. Bob, I'm not talking about Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, am I?
You're not talking about Dan Aykroyd or
I'm
Bill
not
Murray.
talking about Dan
You're not
Aykroyd.
talking Hunts Hall
I'm not,
and Leopold and Loeb
Le-
and
no.
Sacco and Vanzetti. And
No, I'm not talking about the female cast coming up in a movie. No, I'm talking about a 1975 TV children's show called The Ghostbusters. And you felt like you were a Ghostbuster. I felt like I was a Ghostbuster because I felt like Larry came off the screen and was my friend. So that's why we're all Ghostbusters tonight, right, Bob?
That's right, Rob.
We're the Ghostbusters. There's Spencer. Who's Tracy? Who's Kong? We're the Ghostbusters. We're clever, courageous, and strong. Ooh, your sleep has been haunted with whispers and rattlings. Your blood has been curdled. We know what to do. Your skin has the creepies and wonders what's happening. You're safe in our hands. We will take care of you. The Ghostbusters, spirits and demons, beware. The Ghostbusters, wherever you're hiding out there. We know what you're up to. We're ready for anything. We're bold and we're fearless and never afraid. We're always prepared. We're right there with everything. With us on the job, trouble soon fade. The Ghostbusters do it again.
Love you, Larry. Love you.
We love you, Larry.
Yay! Oh. Oh boy. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the Bob, stay up on stage. I want everyone to do this next song. Everybody.
Am I still on stage?
We already ruined the show with that one. So, we're... Whatever, right? We're all friends. We're all having a good time. We're all friends. Anyway, all right, we're going to do, and I want everyone, and I mean I want everyone to sing along because I know you all know the song, to the F Troop theme song, right? All right, let's do it. Take it away, Jeff.
The end of the Civil War was near when quite accidentally a hero who sees abruptly cease retreat and reverse to victory. His medal of honor pleased and thrilled his proud little family group. While pinning it on, some blood was spilled, and so it was planned he'd command F Troop, where Indian fights are colorful sights and nobody takes a licking. Where pale face and red skin both turn chicken. When killing and fighting get them down, they know their morale can't droop. As long as they all relax in town, before they resume with a bang and a boom. F Troop!
Yay! Woo!
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
Sarge. I can do my Duddleson too. All right.
All right, everybody. And now comes a very special guest of... Okay. Anyway. All right, so now comes a very special guest. I don't even know how to introduce this person. Sandra, be quiet. I'm on stage. Shh. Anyway, a very special guest. I mean, I don't know what else to say about him. He's a comedy legend. You've seen him on Seinfeld. You've seen him in the movies Analyze This and Analyze That. And, you know, he's just a great guy. Oh, hi, Mary. Anyway, all right. And he's going to present Larry with an award, but he'll say a few words beforehand. So give a very warm and strong applause for the legendary Pat Cooper!
Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to be here. Because, mate, I swear to you as I'm looking at you, it's some of the finest memories when you see people walking up here and giving of themselves, because that's what show business is really about. Because I see people, if they're not working no more, just to get up here and do 10, 15, 20 minutes, it's better than a cum shot. And I say that with respect. I've been very fortunate. I worked with some of the biggest stars. I worked with 50 Cent when he was a quarter. I worked with Ice-T when he was brown coffee. And I saw Larry Storch the first time, 1954, at the Paramount Theater when they had vaudeville. They had vaudeville at the Capitol, the Strand, the Roxy, and the Lower East State. And I wasn't a comic then. And when I saw Larry Storch get up on the floor, and I said, my God, that's something, that's remarkable. And when this gentleman here, with the loud shirt, Dave Greenberg, to do impressions that you don't see no more, because a lot of them are afraid that the young people, and I love the young people, won't know who the hell he's talking about. And that's the sad thing. Marilyn Michaels, in my opinion, was one of the best impressionists of all. And the greatest gift I got is to know when to quit. It's when your body tells you when to quit. And my body told me when I couldn't get an erection, and I don't mean that disrespectful, that means the body's not working. And when that body's not working, your brain's not working. Larry Storch, in my opinion, I think a lot of you people agree with me, is a star in show business. There's no more show business like Larry and I understand and you people understand. The young people today, God bless them, they have a right to be funny on their terms. Our terms should never be over because our terms built what's happening today, and hopefully Tommy Dorsey's band will come back again. Because that's what it's all about. I quit 4 years ago because I knew it's over. So what I'm going to do now tonight is start here all over again. Never happened. I'm looking at you now that I got knee problems and they had to tap my knee and find water in there. And that was one of the reasons. And I just sat with Larry a couple of minutes ago and I said, Larry, did they take water out of your knee? And he says, excuse me, no disrespect, but who are you? And I said, Larry, you've done it all. When you did not hear where Larry Storch was when he wasn't stand-up, Larry Storch was somewhere else doing a movie. He had a series. He was on a lot of series as guests. He was guest on the Mike Douglas shows and all those kind of shows. And this man worked more than anyone that I can remember. Now, the reason is he's not working anymore because they won't pay him his salary. And I said, Larry, for $14, I'll come home. But this is what hurts me because I'm so jealous of the little success that I had. People say, when I wasn't little, to me, it was a miracle because I was Italian trying to be funny. And when I grew up, the only people Italian were funny when they shot you. And I don't say that to be funny. I say that because it was a whole new ball game. My father said, you're not funny, get a job. And I said, fine. I was doing comedy on the street corner. And I got lucky. I got lucky. So help me God, I got lucky. Somebody saw me, said, I'll put you on a Jackie Gleason show, and I got lucky. Larry went to work when he was old enough to know that he was a performer. He didn't look for luck. He looked that he had to work because there was vaudeville, there was burlesque, there was everything. And when a man is sitting in his room 90 years and sees that his business is being honored tonight, it's more than his business, it's his character as an entertainer. And it's guys like this that keep this ball rolling. And I'm honored to call him my friend, and we got an award for you, my buddy. Now, Larry, hold on a minute. Larry, they didn't get yours yet. They're borrowing mine. Larry, it's more than this, Larry. It's really more than this. It's more that these people got up here today and said what they had to say, and they had a big kick. And I'm rushing because I got to get out of here. I got another one of these. We're going to honor another comic that never did anything. Was never funny, has got his own series. You'll see him going now on radio. What happened to radio? Now you got to pay for it. You got to pay for everything. And if the person who owns this place, I don't do this for nothing. I want $18,000, I'll blow the fucking place up. I'm going to leave in a couple of seconds because you're starting to get on my nerves. This is the first time in 4 years that I got on the stage. And I mean it. Thank you. Larry, the blessed that man that you made people laugh, and you were just a great actor and a great nice man and all the good things. Please say to yourself when you walk out of this place tonight, say, you know, the good Lord's been good to me, gave me a gift to make people laugh. We are the blessed people in the world that make people laugh, and you're one of the best. Thank you. Who gets this? Where the hell is he?
Larry, come on up here and accept your award. Larry.
Can't walk, for Christ's sake. He'll be a half hour getting up here. Not really. Larry Storch, ladies and gentlemen. Larry, God bless you, buddy. We love you. Can you make it?
Good evening, all. And I just want to thank everybody who was responsible for my being here and who even remembered what's in the past. And I had the great privilege of Norton. When I think that I work with Jackie Gleason, hey, Ralphie boy. And I worked with these guys. I was in heaven. Where do we go from here?
Why don't you accept your award, Larry, and thank everybody that made it possible for you.
Oh,
That's for you, Larry.
Oh, thank you so much. And I will treasure this. You can believe that. All right, I got a couple of, I got to get it.
You want to do Paul Lynde?
Huh?
Oh, you have notes.
Yeah, I got notes. Yeah. What am I doing? I love this one. Guy walks into a Chinese antique shop and he says to the Chinese guy, "Hey, you, Fu Manchu, come over here. Hold that for me." Thank you, darling. He said, "I breezed in here an hour ago and I bought a fan off you for a quarter. I took the fan outside and I give it a couple of fans and look at that fan. You remember that?" The Chinese guy says, "I remember the fan." I said, "Well, no, I remember you." Guy said, "Don't give me that heartache. You take it from me, it was me. You're the joker I done business with. Now look at that fan. What are you going to do about it?" Chinese guy says, "Let me see how you fan yourself." I said, "What the hell? There ain't no trick to that." I took it outside and I give it a couple of them things and look at that fan. Chinese guy says, "For 25 cents, goddamn, you no fan like that, you fan like that." Anyway, I do want to thank all of you for being here and for getting it all together. It's not an easy job, and again, I do thank you. I'm just trying to think. Oh, what?
Paul Lynde.
Paul Lynde. Remember Paul Lynde? Oh, the closest I ever came to spending a night in jail. I was riding home with Owen Corey. This was in Chicago. And it was a blizzard. And we're driving home in a car, and a cop stopped us. And the cop said, "You gotta take a right." And Owen Corey said, "Screw you," to police officer in Chicago. And then he steps on the gas, and the cop blows the whistle. Owen Corey, no, keep going. We almost spent the night in jail. Owen Corey, Owen Corey was one of the funniest guys I ever met in my life. I had the great honor, really, of working with Jackie Gleason. Jackie was my idol. Norton, when he and Norton got together, that was it. That was heaven for me. And I can think of...
Do the Paul Lynde impression.
Who?
Paul Lynde. Do Paul Lynde.
Paul Lynde. Remember Paul Lynde? You show me a hooker with asthma, and I'll show you a woman who whistles while she works. So I work with, again.
Anyway, did you guys have a great time tonight? The legendary Larry Storch, everybody. All right, guys, thank you so much. Larry will be out in the lobby. Everyone will be out in the lobby. You can come get a picture, meet Larry. The legendary Larry Storch, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank everybody for coming. We hope you had a good time. And I'll sing for you.